Hello.
Good afternoon, this is Sammy.
Hi, how are you?
Diyaphila manunjani?
Ndiyaphila nami Nkosi. Wonderful day.
Great stuff, man. Thank you so much for taking time. Uzoncokola nathi right here apha eGugs FM. Hashtag
Is this
yakho
connection
now.
okay?
Come again? Sammy,
Hello.
I can hear you clearly.
All right. How's that? Is that a better connection?
Much, much better.
Okay. Awesome. Thank
Good,
you.
Good afternoon, Sis Sammy. How's your Sunday?
So far, so good. You know, got up, prayed, went to church, and now I'm back home. Seven colors are sorted. It's time to relax.
7 colors are sorted, yeah?
Yeah.
Talking about seven colors, this is exactly the format of the show every Sundays right here on Gugs FM with the Sunday Chill with Ice. We have a 3-course meal, the starters, the main course meal, and of course the dessert between 3 and 4 o'clock.
Oh, that's my favorite.
And Tina Sobabini, we are having the main course meal, that is proudly South African love songs happening between 2 and 3 o'clock. And Sisemi, congratulations for the SAFTA nominations. How does it feel to be part of the finalists as the generations?
Oh, that was for our sound department and one of our directors. Yes, I mean, look, it's a team effort, you know, and so Namke, I'm very proud of my colleagues. I'm very proud of my colleagues, and I know they work very hard. Wongomdo Payana puts in their best every day. Production crew and cast, you know, so they absolutely deserve this, and I hope we bring it home.
Absolutely, man. And you know, I was doing the research before this interview, Sisemi, and I just realized that you are a qualified and experienced IT consultant.
Oh, yes.
I wanted to ask, out of curiosity, you know, juggling your career in IT and acting in the very, very beginning, because I remember you in the very, very beginning in society. How difficult was it? Did you have to lie to your then boss when you went to shoots?
No, I was very lucky. He was so understanding.
Really?
Yes, he was very, and also it was an entry-level job. Very small company, and so he was like, you know what, if your work is up to date and all your deliverables have been met and so on, then it's fine, you can go. And the hours were very flexible. I could work over the weekends or after hours, come into the company and do whatever it is I needed to do. So he was very supportive. I was quite blessed, you know, early on in my career to be able to pursue both.
Do you still remember your boss's name?
Oh my goodness.
That was a long time ago.
Warwick. His name was Warwick.
Wow, man! Shout out to Warwick. When I say it's very difficult to juggle your professional and also, especially when you're starting out. I could only imagine how difficult it was. But when you say it was very easy, I think you're one of the lucky few, no?
Absolutely. And Londeleyo, it's something that I could never take for granted, even to this day. I look back and I go, wow, I mean, it's a rare thing to be able to say, it's smooth sailing. As nervous and as inexperienced as I was, at least I didn't have to, you know, deal with a lot of rejection. That came later, of course. I mean, that's an artist's story. Of course, you're not going to walk through every door.
Absolutely.
But it's also a test of your resilience and how committed you are to this career. And,
absolutely.
And how much you love it and are passionate about it.
True, man. And before society, how difficult was it to crack the industry?
Not too difficult. I'm sorry. I saw an ad in the Star.
You saw the ad in the Star?
I saw an ad in the Star.
The newspaper?
Wanted for TV. Yes, the newspaper on a Wednesday. The Wednesday one. Ads wanted, new faces wanted for TV. And so I found the number. Gandhi, that was the guy who was to be my first agent.
You're kidding me.
He, at the time, happened to be the guy that Generations then was sourcing extras from.
You lied to me, man.
I swear. And so I was an extra, but I had a few lines here and there on Generations. That was my first gig. Earlier in the year, later in the year, I got a society gig.
Because the reason I'm asking this question when I say Sam is because a lot of people have to go around, doing TV commercials and doing small gigs here and there. It's so refreshing.
It's not one formula for everyone. No two journeys are the same. Abantu, they've studied, they've got their honors, they've got their masters in drama, and you never see them on TV because they're in theater. And then one day they're massive movie stars.
Absolutely.
And then abanye, they have no training at all, but they're filling up commercials here and there, and so it's not one journey for everyone. I find there's no formula in this industry.
I like that. It's so refreshing, especially Kubantu who are trying to get into the industry, when they look at one way of getting into film or TV series or just in TV in general or whatever industry they want to get into. It's never a one way to get into that particular industry.
Absolutely. That being said, I would encourage, though, anyone who does want to pursue acting or any part of the entertainment industry, try by all means to get the education and the training under your belt. Going into a field knowing nothing and hoping to learn on the job, that's great too. But a lot of times you spend time learning things rather than coming in at a level where these basics and you can just elevate. And it can be anxiety inducing as well, coming in and being the one person who doesn't know, for example, the jargon that they used. If you don't know what upstage and downstage is, camera left, camera right, basic things like that you would have taught before you even get into the technicalities of acting. So education iyanceda, although you can make it without.
This is so refreshing, especially to somebody who wants to get into the film and TV industry. And of course, now I grew up in a very musical family, Sammy, and this is why I ended up doing radio now, because music is embedded in my family. I wanted to find out where does the craft come from your side? Is it your mother's side or from your dad's side?
I think the performer mama.
Really? Was she one of those?
Definitely. She was, not that she did drama or anything like that, but Mama, she's always been very active and she's very animated. She used to conduct the church choir and, so Ndiabonba, she's a natural performer, not that she used to do plays or drama or anything like that. So and then I just, took it further, I guess. I would say it's her. My dad was more of a music lover.
Your dad was more of a music lover, which is also like a form of art.
That's what
as well.
I got from him. Absolutely. So arts, definitely, the love of arts and the appreciation of arts was strong in my family. But they never practiced art. They never, got into the arts industry.
Yeah.
My mom used to be a teacher, and my dad my mom used to be a nurse, and my dad used to be a teacher.
Absolutely. How important? I always talk to my friends about the importance of observing the gifts of the family. To a young person who's listening now, how important it is to observe the gifts of your family, from your dad's side, from your mom's side, so that you can have a sort of an overview of what journey you should take. How important is it to look at the gifts of the family from the paternal side and from the maternal side?
I think it's probably helpful in terms of it being an affirmation of unayo lento segazini.
Yeah.
For that, definitely it can help. But I think it's more important for abazali. When you look at your child and you see they will display their natural gifts and talents. So if you're observant and you're keen on being, a support structure and so on, and a source of encouragement for them, then that's where it's really helpful. It's for the older generation who look at the younger generation, go, but they've got a talent here. Let me see what I can do to at least enable them to express that. Whether it's finding out where's the nearest swimming pool, community swimming pool.
Yeah.
You might have the next South African Olympian, or arts, or even technology. It doesn't have to be a specific thing, but I think that's the role that parents can play. is
Yeah.
to be the enablers and the facilitators for your children to be able to express
Yeah.
these things that they get from you. It doesn't just come out of the blue.
Because
But maybe
the
when you
kids,
didn't have a
yeah,
chance.
because the
And
kids
so you can
eventually,
give your child a chance.
yeah, because I believe that the kids, when Sammy, they're an extension of you as a parent, right? Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Absolutely.
Was there any particular thing that you used to do as a child that sparked the interest? That's when Abazali Bako said, she should go through this route.
Well, you don't kakhulu. Ndandindwebile a
Yeah.
music video ndizazikopa jive and ndizazichana qaba.
That
I
was way
was
before
that one.
TikTok. That was way before TikTok.
You TikTok is late
Yeah.
kakhulu. That was us music videos repeat,
Repeat, yeah.
rewind,
Right.
play. Yai City, Brenda Fassie, Janet Jackson, you name them.
Yeah, before Google.
Any dance style I could do, anything that was on stage, I would always put my name down. I wanted to be part just for the love of performance. This is something you know. I just loved performing, and I would perform in the audience even, if there's a song playing on radio, jiva, ngathi ndibukelwa though. And I've always been that one. Yes. No. So from a young age, from about the age of 5, they said bonakala, this is mine. And my parents didn't really have to do anything to push me or encourage me. It was too strong. Nothing could have killed it.
Yeah.
It was just maybe a bit of a delay because I had to, not that I had to, but I chose by my manfundi IT. So that if ever I change my mind later on or it doesn't work out, at least
you have something to fall back on. Yeah,
I can use that to fall back on. Yes.
Yeah, Mamela, you fell forward to acting, and it's going great. I can only imagine how difficult it was to juggle the two. But you've brought the success, and it's unfolding very, very well, Sammy. And I must say,
thank you.
And of course, it's culminated to you doing movies as well. Losing the right to the movie. How was it like to be on set with Zandile Msutwane? It was such a 360 for you and Zandile,
yes, because Kaloku Zandile, I started very early on with her.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was imagining.
Yes, Zandile, we became friends on Society, and that's never stopped. Although, she does her thing, I do my things. But whenever we meet, it's like, I've got a sister in the industry, which is lovely. I saw Zitipelele.
Yeah.
I'll always appreciate her for that. And she's one of the people who I think have had a wonderfully consistent and stellar career,
And of course,
it's always a pleasure to be with her.
Absolutely. And of course, for those who don't know who Zimkita is, Zandile is she plays Zimkita on Kabeja the Empire, yes, on Mzansi Magic,
yes.
And of course, it's unfortunate that that show is apparently getting cancelled. And this is the world that we live in, and nothing lasts forever, But we wish her all the best, and I can only imagine how beautiful it was for you guys to reconnect on Lerato, the movie. And how was it to shoot the movie, the first and the second time?
With such an ensemble cast, it gets very exciting because on the one hand, these are your colleagues, your peers, and on the other hand, fan. Yeah.
At the same time, we fan, yeah.
At the same time, defense. So I'm like, I'm working with and so imagine and at the same time, it's like and you must bring your A game because everyone who's here, even if they're saying one line, that one line they're going to, it's going to be amazing. So you can't get carried away in the glory of it all.
How do you handle that?
Focus on
How do you handle that, Sam? How do you? Because sometimes it took a lot for me to be able to handle those kind of momentous situations. How do you personally handle for somebody else who's also struggling with anxiety and how to deal with handling themselves in those momentous situations? How do you bring yourselves down to say, these are my colleagues, but I look up to them at the same time? How do you get to a place where you are you?
What I do is I face the moment head on. If I'm excited to work with you, like ndiyaziveza andizoyifihla loo nto. I'll be like, oh
Yeah,
my
yes,
goodness,
yes.
with just eyes, I love your show.
Right.
I listen to you all the time,
We
and
express it,
maybe
yeah.
we'll have something to talk about. A favorite moment of mine that I remember. And I'm not too cool for that, honestly speaking.
You express how you
And
feel.
yes, and if I look a bit over eager and ngathi this is kancinci, I guess it's okay. I'm absolutely okay with
Nothing
that.
is wrong
By
with
the
that,
way,
yeah.
it's not on me. How you view me is on you, honestly.
It's absolutely on you, yeah.
Because I need to get that out of the way, and then I can be like, okay, now they know how much I love them. And now we're here to work. And now that I've expressed it, I can focus now.
Yeah.
You know, because it's not fair on them if I'm not focusing on my work in order for them to also have someone to work with. You know,
Absolutely.
They can't be the only ones doing the heavy lifting. Mna ndibe ndinezdazi emehlweni. Ayizusebenza naleyo. You know, so how I deal with it is that I face it head on. I confront it, I'm open about it. I really love you. I'm excited to be working with you. Masiyenza lento.
Yeah,
You know?
and it's very, very important as well, you know, to express or compliment, because I feel like, you know, such a lot of time in these spaces that we navigate in, we compete a lot. You know, it's very, very important what you are saying when I say Yoba, we need to compliment each other and be expressive in that regard.
Yeah, there's no use in hiding it. Akho nto yakho izawuba yeyam ngosuke mna ndikumonele. No, it doesn't work that way. So give a person their flowers. Ezakho zikhona nawe uzazifumana ngelinye ixesha mhlawumbi. But I don't believe it's progressive. I don't believe it gets us anywhere to not give love to one another and express our love and appreciation for one another. Sikhululeke sonke sizosebenza sonke kakuhle, you know. This thing of being uptight and acting like everything is supposed to be yours all the time. No, it gets us nowhere.
No, absolutely. And working with Sanele Zulu, how was it working with Sanele Zulu as a director?
Oh, he's an amazing director.
Yeah.
Very chilled, laid back, but gets the job done. You know, he puts you at ease as an actor. I never felt like maybe I'm not doing it right, or, you know, he totally gives you your space to interpret the script and to give your character life, bring your character to life as you see fit, you know, as the actor. If ever, I suppose there are technical things that he needed, he would have said so. But it was amazing to work with him. It really was. He made sure his set was pleasant. If ever there were pressures, like we're running out of time and there are a few shots that need to be in the can, even that, it was like, oh, here's a challenge. Let's see if we can do this before the sun sets.
Yeah.
So although it's pressure.
It's pressure, but it's good lovely. Pressure.
It's good pressure. Let's see if you can do this, and we know you can. Let's do it.
Absolutely.
You know, so it was amazing to work with him. Yes.
Yeah, and Sammy, I've never seen you. Correct me if I'm wrong. I've never seen you do a comedy.
No, I haven't.
Yeah, is this something that you would like to do in the near future? And the follow up question to that is are we doing well in comedy in South Africa? Would you do comedy, and are we doing well in comedy in South Africa? Do you think?
I think comedy is growing very nicely in South Africa. I think we can afford to take take some more risks with our comedy. I find our comedy to be a little on the safe side. It's wholesome.
I also feel the same. It's very safe.
It's a good laugh, and maybe it's also a personal preference. It's a little on the naughty, edgy, dark humor.
Yeah, same
I like
with
that
me.
Kind of humor where something that would otherwise be an insult is actually just funny.
It's just funny, yeah.
You were able to tread that fine line with your tone and your delivery.
Right.
I feel like we could maybe afford to take some chances there.
Yeah.
You know, and this is one of the areas where I think Americans and the British especially
they're very good.
They really excel. They really excel with their comedy. And I don't even know how I'm going to be able to do.
Because even now, when I look for comedy, when I want to watch, I'd rather watch a US or a British comedy. I hardly search for any South African content when it comes to comedy.
But I am excited to see it growing,
Yeah.
all these series and movies that you'll see on the streaming channels, especially, or How to Ruin and so on and so forth. We're getting there. I'm excited to see that
Yeah.
it's growing. And so there's room to experiment and play a little bit more. And I'd love to.
Masimanifeste izakwenzeka ne?
Sizamanifesta ewe. Siyamanifesta.
Yeah, it's going to happen. This time next year, you would have done a comedy.
Thank you.
It's done.
I received. Thank you.
Absolutely. Sammy, which show you wanted to be a part of but you missed?
Show that I wanted to be a part of.
Yeah, you were like, I would have played that role well, but you like, the script, and then you didn't.
Yeah, azininzi.
Really?
Yes. But then, having said that, when I see the chemistry between the cast, like the character who I maybe had auditioned for and who I would have loved to play, and I see whoever they've cast in that place with the rest of the cast, we bond chemistry, but it actually makes sense. It actually makes sense. They've brought something different that maybe
they chose
I wouldn't have
person,
thought to bring. So I appreciate it for that. But now it's an eye-opener. But here's another way to do it.
Yeah.
And you wouldn't have known about that if you were cast in it.
Absolutely.
So zininzi ukufa. I loved Savage Beauty. Don't ask me which part I think I could have played there.
Savage Beauty was phenomenal.
Loved Savage Beauty. That's one of them. I loved Redemption as well. Yeah, we're doing amazing things, man, in South Africa. Gomorrah nayo, I enjoyed it.
Yeah. So there's a lot.
You win some, you lose some.
Yeah, there's a lot. And of course, I always believe that everything is unfolding as it should. Whatever you missed, you were not supposed to be a part of. So there's never really a missed opportunity. Is there, I always, when I watch TV series, because I love TV, TV series, same in SOP and film, the difference in terms of when you step into the set, is it different, or is it like, do you treat them the same?
Well, your acting is your acting. You just do your best no matter what the form, whether it's TV, film, or even stage. Although physically they might require different parts or different degrees, of your physicality and so on. But you'll find in studio it's not quite the same as it would be. Yeah,
that's exactly why I'm asking the question, because Generation is shot inside.
It's shot in studio, like 99% of the time, in studio. So you don't really have to contend with the elements of, the lighting outside.
And stuff,
and then there's rain, and then there's an aeroplane, and then, so it does give us, we get to shoot a lot more. We get to cover a lot more.
A lot more, yeah.
Because it's insulated and it's a nice space for you to do as much as you can in that day.
Yeah.
Like an episode a day, actually.
Mm.
With film and anything that's done on location, you put your best plans out there and hope God is going to be
because kusenonet.
That's why a lot of the location shoots I've done, I used to think they schedule them for the winter time up in Gauteng, because in winter the days are beautiful, but at night it gets brutally cold. God, at least but you don't have to deal with imvula.
Yeah.
And Ndudumo and all of that. No.
Unless, of course, it's a romantic scene where they can incorporate maybe the rain into when you are kissing the person and stuff.
Yeah, we don't get a lot of those either. It's like, no, he's a coastal imvula. As if maybe someone can hold a hose pipe and make it seem like it's raining against the window.
Right. the tricks of film.
The tricks of the trade.
Yeah, the tricks of the trade, man. And talking about romanticism and romantic and kissing people on set, how do you adjust? As I know this question never gets old. For somebody who's wanting to get into acting and maybe they already have a partner, how do you help your partner adjust into your acting?
Well, that would be different for every couple. Fortunately, my husband and I are very clear on what it is we're doing. I I would never cross that boundary of bringing my work home and letting my work go anywhere outside of that particular set and production. And it's very important as co-stars as well to make sure you understand what your boundaries are. Be clear about it. Have a conversation about it before the shooting starts. Okay, what are you okay with? What are you not okay with?
Yeah.
How are we going to approach this part of our acting?
Yeah.
Just so that nobody walks away feeling like maybe they were assaulted, and nobody walks away feeling like, hey, the way that one is looking at me is like I committed a crime or something. We don't want such misunderstandings.
Exactly.
So it's good to be very explicit on some. If we're going to kiss, it's going to be lips only. And professionally, that is what is kind of acceptable. Not anything that you do beyond that, it's on you.
Yeah,
it's on you.
You're becoming very unprofessional if you do anything else.
Like
yeah.
I've never had a director ask for me to do anything that I'm not comfortable with. With a romantic lead, I've no.
Absolutely.
It's very important, and I know, especially for women, it's not easy to open up your mouth and say, "Indwetile, can we?"
Yeah.
And now, fortunately, we have things called intimacy coordinators, people who are
really?
there to make sure, yes, on set, if there is going to be
an intimate
physical
scene, yeah.
Intimacy, you have an intimacy coordinator who will come and
That's
try
lovely.
to work it out with you.
Malapa, yeah.
And then, he's going to lean forward, and then you kiss and maybe hold the kiss for so long if that's the director's shot, and then that's it. And, maybe you can hold each other. An intimacy coordinator will help you coordinate your physical
That's
intimacy.
exactly what they do. They coordinate, yeah.
Yes, that is exactly what they do. And I feel like it's a wonderful thing.
It's a gift,
have,
yeah.
Because not everybody is at ease with this. Let's be honest, Kaloku. I'm playing a character, but it's a ngumzimba wami.
But
Exactly. Yeah.
All right, man. Sammy, we are almost out of time, and it's just been lovely. We can talk the whole day. And, we're going to just go through 3 of the remaining questions. So many deaths of actors this year. Did you get an opportunity to work with Utatu Darlington Michaels?
No, but he and I were actually on the same stable. My manager, Kimberly Stark, very close with him. She was heartbroken, and I also obviously was heartbroken. Was looking forward to working with him. Was actually in the process of sort of writing a script with him in it. And unfortunately, that is not to be.
Yeah, no, it's unfortunate. We can plan, but the final say.
God has the final.
God
say,
has the final
yes.
say, man, and we can only oblige. And just do you guys at Generations compete with other soapies on SABC1 like Skim Sam? Because I saw them; they were nominated for a SAFTA Best Achievement in Script Writing. Is there like a healthy competition vibe? No.
I think it's healthy for the industry.
Yeah.
Because now you know, Uti, if you want to see your name on that list, the next award season, you've got to bring it every day. You know. So it's healthy in that way, but it's not healthy if it's going to make you bash another production.
Absolutely.
Or be negative about other. We all win. We all win if the industry grows. It's better for all of us.
Absolutely. Sisemi, it's been a wonderful 30 minutes. It's very, very short.
It is.
And I really, really appreciate your time. Most importantly, I'd like to appreciate Kimberly Stark for facilitating this interview and making sure that it happens. She's absolutely great. And I'm also planning.
She is amazing.
I'm also planning to have her on the show just to highlight some of her expertise in film and movies and how to get into the industry and how to conduct yourself.
Oh yeah, she's
stuff like that.
a wealth of knowledge. She
Absolutely.
really is. And she and I, just putting a seed out there, she and I are working on something spectacular.
Right.
Me now trying on my film producer's hat. Not trying it on, I'm wearing it. Getting into my film producer.
Yeah.
Seat.
Absolutely.
So
wearing that hat.
yeah, watch the space.
All right, man. Sammy, all the best with the future endeavors. And someone is sending a message now saying that you must release an album.
I want a Gubani Lo. Oh my goodness. I want a Gubani Lo. Not many people know that about me.
Right. Who knows, man? Who knows what the future holds?
I'll never say no when the opportunity arises. I think I've reached an age where I'm like, why not?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Samela, Samantha Tyelbooi, it's been great to have lunch together right here on Gugs
Thank
FM.
you.
Hashtag Yakunawa, it is yours and yours. Have a lovely Sunday afternoon. And if somebody's wanting to look for you on the social media platforms, and what are you up to next?
It's Samela Tyelbooi on all platforms.
All right.
Samela Tyelbooi on all platforms. And what I'm up to next, other than Generations, is me being a writer and a producer.
Absolutely, man. And can you give us a sneak peek on what's going to happen next on your character, Ayanda Majola Generations? No? Without revealing too much, of course.
She's sort of settling down now that Tao was back.
The Tao was back, yeah.
So she's finally getting a chance, Ayanda. To have her happy family.
Betul.
Loving it. But of course, Yaya's gay trouble is never far away.
Always around the corner.
Especially with Latu, I put the blame on them squarely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely, man. You can catch Samela Tyelbooi. She plays Ayanda Majola on Generations on SABC 1 Monday to Friday. Is it Monday to Friday, yeah?
Monday to Friday at 8 o'clock. SABC 1.
Absolutely, man. Thank you so much, Samela. Have yourself a wonderful Sunday afternoon, okay?
Thank you for having me. You too.
Absolutely. Is there a song maybe I could close off the interview with that's playing in your playlist currently that you are enjoying?
You said romantic.
Yeah.
South African romantic songs, ne?
Any song can be international, it can be South African, doesn't matter.
Oh, okay. Well, he's late now, Frankie Beverly, but Maze,
yes.
Family. If you can play Family by Maze, that would be lovely.
All right, ladies and gentlemen.
The perfect Sunday afternoon.
Absolutely. It's been a beautiful interview, Sammy, and enjoy the rest of your afternoon.
Thank you.
Okay, here's Maze, and of course, Sister Samela right there. Thank you so much. It's been a lovely interview.
Thank you.
Thank you, man. Bye.
Bye.
It's time to fall in love again. Every Sunday, between 1 and 4, it's a Sunday chill with Justice the Iceman, the cool guy, only on Gugs FM. Yakunawa, it's yours and yours.